Hello everyone, we are with the food technology lecture series. So in this video we will be dealing up with the identification of cloned genes, where we will be dealing the PCR, calling hybridization, DNA library and Southern blotting. These are the methods for identifying the cloned genes. So whereas in our last lectures we have talked about the cloning and recombinant DNA technology RDT. So now we are with the identification, whether the sequences what we have cloned, are they actually recombinant or not, they have combined with the gene of interest or not. So we will be dealing up in this complete topic. We will start with the PCR. PCR is an abbreviated form of polymerase chain reaction. I will be writing reaction as RXN. So this is a polymerase chain reaction where the number of reactions will be take place, number of reactions will occur, and it will amplify the sequence. So before going up into the details of what is PCR, I will be talking about why this amplification is important. See, the amplification is important as we have to deal with the sequences which can be of short or long base pairs. So in certain conditions, when you have a short sequence or you have a sequence with a lesser base pair, you will be needing the longer ones. So for that you will be amplifying, you will be increasing the size of the GOI or your DNA. So in certain conditions you will be requiring this size to be increased, So I will be denoting increase by this arrow. So while this PCR, we will go into a short historical background. This PCR technique was given by Carey-Mullis in 1983, or somewhere it is written as 1984. So both of them are there in the books and other links. This PCR technique will be working at the thermal cycler. At thermal cycler, the different temperatures will be there, different and definite. There are fixed temperatures which will be occurring with the DNA to perform the reaction into the cycle. So how this complete PCR will be working out and what are the principal steps of PCR we will be covering up. Principal steps of PCR. So it works out with three basic steps. They are denaturation, annealing, and your extension. So what happens at denaturation, annealing and extension we will be talking. So at denaturation, the temperature of 94 degrees Celsius, a common between 92 to 95 degrees Celsius range is there. So basically at 94, the extension step take place where the DNA sequence, this is a DNA sequence from 3' to 5' and 5' to 3'. So what happens? These are some nitrogenous bases, ATGC. At these bases, they are connected with the hydrogen bond. There is a hydrogen bond in between. So at this, when you apply the temperature of 94 degrees Celsius for 1 minute, say for 1 minute, what happens? The hydrogen bond in between breaks. This is your denaturation step. What happens at annealing step? At annealing step, the temperature from 45 degrees Celsius to 65 degrees Celsius, different primers get attached to the mother or parental DNA sequence. How this happen? So we were talking about annealing step. At this step, 45 to 65 degrees Celsius temperature is applied. So how this workout is? This is the two parental strand with a broken hydrogen bond. For example, these are the nitrogenous bases complementary to each other. So what will happen? A primer will bind up here and a primer will bind here. So this will be your forward primer and this is your reverse primer. So these two bind up here at the temperature of 45 degrees to 65 degrees Celsius. Now the final step is your extension step. At this step what happens? The temperature of 72 degrees Celsius for say 1 minute is applied and this above figure will come down again for understanding. So this is your 5,3 nitrogen bases with the primer attached. Now these primers will be going up for the extension stage. You guys know the polymerization starts from 5' to 3'. So what happens is these during the polymerization you have DNTPs at your master mix. I will be explaining what is master mix and how it is used. At master mix you have DNTPs. These DNTPs will be attached systematically and complementary to the parental strand. Complementary to the parental strands. For example, if it is A adenine, this is thymine, this is cytosine. So the attachment will be here of thymine, adenosine and guanine or guanine. So what happens is this binding will be there and this polymerization will go on. So this is what we have talked about is your denaturation step, your annealing step and your extension step. These three steps at different temperatures is forming a single cycle. This is a single cycle. And in thermal cycler, you perform a minimum of 30 to 37 cycles. Most commonly is your 35 cycles. So how the amplification is there? There is a mathematical calculation. You have to write 2 and you will be having the power of n. What is this n? This n is your cycles. For example, there is a single cycle. This 2 upon 1 will be 2. So from one DNA, these two were a part of a parental DNA. From one DNA, you will be having the two different DNA strands. These are the daughter strands, and daughter DNA is there. So this is 2, 1. If you talk about 2, 2, in the second cycle, you will be having the 4 sequences. So this carries out till 35 to 37 cycles, and you have a long range of DNA sequences is there. Millions, approximately a million is there. A million of sequences there. We have talked about the master mix in between. What is a master mix? Master mix is a calculative composition of different chemicals or your DNA requirements for amplification. We are not into the details because we are dealing with the food biotechnology section, so we will not get into detail what is the composition, but most commonly it will be having the primers. DNTPs are there, will be there, and your DNA sample, a DNA sample which you want to amplify. There will be two primers as we have stated in the principle also. So this was the master mix which is used in a vial of Eppendorf. Eppendorf is there, basically of 2 ml, and you will be mixing up all these things, keep it into the thermal cycle. This is a procedure what I am talking about, and you will be performing a 35 cycle run, or this is approximate 35 cycle run is there, and you will get the amplified sequence. And that amplified sequence, this amplified sequence will be sent for sequencing. After sequencing, you will be analyzing the result at your personal computer, or you can say a bioinformatical tool application will be there, which is not a part of our syllabus. Bioinformatical applications will be performed.